On a lonely road in Amata at night, Ortega sits on a warm wooden bench outside a small lodge. Her NYSC uniform looks dusty, her eyes swollen red from crying. She stares blankly at the pale moon. Somewhere in the distance, a church bell tolls. An owl hoots. The night feels heavy. In a town far from home, Ortega came seeking purpose. But what she found was a battle she never imagined. 3 weeks earlier. Bright-eyed Ortega packs her small box and bag. Her mother holds her tightly, whispering prayers of protection. Her younger siblings wave at the gate, shouting by Ortega as she boards the bus. The bus hums with chatter. Hawkers shove sachet water and gala through the windows. Ortega clutches her phone, reading a message from Pastor Sonny. This is Prophet Oni's contact. He will help you settle down. Then, a voice note from Grace Place. Don't worry, Ortega. Prophet Oni is like a big brother. He will help you. You'll be fine. The road stretches endlessly. Ortega leans her head against the window, imagining what her new life will be like. Dust swirls as the bus halts in Amata. She steps down, exhausted, but relieved to see a smiling man in a flowing white kaftan waiting for her. Prophet Oni hugs her warmly. To Ortega, it feels like comfort. To Oni, it's different. Oh, see fine girl, fresh body, pointed shape, this one goes sweet, he thinks silently, even as he helps carry her bags. That night, he prays for her, placing his hand firmly on her head. His words are deep, powerful, but his eyes linger too long. Ortega doesn't notice, she's too tired. She sleeps in his guest room. The next morning, Ortega visits the NYSC secretariat. She explores Amarata's bustling market, where villagers greet her kindly. Back at the church, she helps Prophet Oni arrange chairs and tidy up. He introduces her to everyone as my sister in the Lord. Ortega begins to trust him. But strange things creep in. That night, she dreams of a dark room. A faint voice calls her name, Ortega. Ortega, she wakes up sweating. Another night, she hears the sound of dragging chains, but when she checks, nothing is there. Her unease grows. Prophet Oni's influence tightens. He gives her personal prophecies. God says you are not here by chance. You are part of my vision. Together, we will build the kingdom. Ortega feels chosen, important. She even begins giving him small gifts from her aloe. Her calls home grow shorter. Her dependence on Oni grows stronger. Then comes a storm. When Oni's fiancé Gift suddenly shows up, Ortega overhears a heated argument. Gift, in anger. You promised me marriage, Oni. Who is this new girl you are parading around? Oni's voice thunders. Get out of my house. You've never had faith in my ministry. Gift storms out, tears streaking her face. Ortega hides in confusion and guilt. Later, Oni comforts her. Gift was a mistake. She rejected me when I had nothing. But God has shown me. You are the one to walk beside me. Ortega's heart trembles. Doubt lingers, but his words disarm her. One evening, outside the church, Ortega finds a young woman crying softly. Her name is Boma. Through tears, she whispers. Be careful. I was once where you are. He promised me marriage too, until I realized I was just another name on his list. Ortega stares at her, confused, almost angry. But that night, she dreams of Boma's face turning into a crying mask, whispering. Run while you can. Slowly, Prophet Oni isolates Ortega further. Don't let family distract you from your calling, he warns. Her sister Avorojo notices the distance. Calls go unanswered. Ortega becomes quieter, her bright smile dimming. During one of those prayer vigils, Oni held Ortega by the hand, and grabbed her butt and boobs, dragging her to his private room and forcing her into a compromising situation. She resists at first, but his manipulations weaken her resolve. It becomes routine. Every day. Morning, day, and night. Ortega is trapped in a cycle of guilt and silence. One afternoon, Prophet Oni took her to a hotel. Just in the act, her phone rang. It's Avwarojo. Ortega answers weakly. After the call, she locks herself in the bathroom, weeping bitterly. Oh my God, what is happening to me? How did I get here? Weeks pass. Her body grows weary. Her spirit empties. At last, she attends Avwarojo's baby's dedication, against Oni's advice. Avwarojo embraces her tightly, whispering, Ortega, your eyes, they look lost. Please, talk to me. But Ortega forces a smile. I'm fine, sis. Just tired. She leaves that same evening, running back to Amata as though chains pull her. That night, Avwarojo kneels and prays fervently for her sister's deliverance. At CDS, the following day, Ortega nearly collapses, clutching her chest. A fellow Corper helps her. She begins to sense the weight of bondage. She notices Oni sneaking calls, whispering. One evening, he tells her, I'm going to see my father to discuss our marriage. But Ortega's instincts flare. She secretly follows. Instead of turning toward his father's house, he walks straight into a hotel. Moments later, Gift steps out of a tricycle and joins him. Ortega watches in devastation, her heart breaking. An hour later, they emerge, holding hands, smiling, lost in their own world. Ortega steps forward and calls out, Man of God, well done. They froze in shock as she accosted them. Back at the house, Ortega's anger explodes. So you've been cheating on me with Gift? Enough, Oni. This ends today. I will no longer be a pawn in your game. Oni tries to guilt-trip her, later switches to anger. But Ortega is done. She walks out, moving into the Corper's lodge. Later that night, she sat on a worn wooden bench outside the lodge, with her eyes swollen red from crying as she stares blankly at the pale moon. She moved on and resumed her service fully focused. Weeks later, Boma visits her. This time, her smile is genuine. I knew you would break free, she says. The two women laugh, sharing relief. Soon she completed her NYSC. On her passing out day, Ortega stands at the parade ground as she receives her certificate, smiling brightly. The sun warms her face. Ortega left Amata and the memories of Prophet Oni behind and returned home. The moral of this story is simple: beware of false prophets. Just like Prophet Oni, not everyone who speaks in God's name serves him. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.